What's up, Trickers? Welcome back to another week of training. This was a tough week of training, I'm not going to lie, guys. You'll actually basically see the moment where my body hit a full brick wall and I was not really able to push the way that I wanted to. But here we are in the gym. I'm trying to get my steps up just because I think that's always a really good thing to do. I've gone on a little walk here. I do this no matter if I'm bulking, cutting, whatever, just because it's really important to keep my energy expenditure healthy. Here we are back on the air track, just pushing for some more quads. This session for quads was actually not too bad from memory. I think I did do like a couple decent attempts. Like that one wasn't too bad there. Still yet to get one all the way around, but alas, we're getting close. Like that wasn't too bad. But yeah, dropped off pretty quickly. Still a good warm up. I'll keep doing this every session, probably every Monday at least, but I usually do it Wednesday as well. And I really wanted to work on my cheat 12s because last week we unlocked them and yeah, it just did not go that way this session. This is something that happens a lot in tricking where you think you've unlocked something and then you come back to do it again and turns out it was just a fluke that session. It was just a good session for it and you're going to have to keep putting it in the books, keep learning. So I'm not giving up on cheat 12 like I have in the past. I feel like I usually just say it's too hard and then move on, but I'm going to put in the work. I really want it to be a consistent part of my repertoire, so I'm still pushing. My double B twists have shot up in quality to the point where I was like fully considering swinging it again this session, and I got pretty close. Like a couple of these attempts, you can see in my mentality, like I want to swing it, but I start to open up for that eagle really early, especially in the double B when it like feels like I've got a good spin and I'm like trying to get ready to swing. I think I just like the eagle is not the same as it is in like a dub where you can just open up super early. Here I'm trying to figure out how to swing for double lotus because I know you need like a decent amount of power to pull a double lotus, but you also need to be on like the axis for a lotus. So it's a really interesting like fine line to ride. And what I've seen a lot of people do is just like a really off axis TDR that's almost like finishing like a master scoot. So that's what I'm trying to get here. And I actually think some of these attempts felt pretty bad at the time and I thought they were bad, but looking back, it's actually not too bad. Another thing I've been trying to work on is front swing combos, and gainer semi is usually the part that goes wrong. So I just wanted to focus on that on its own. And from J-step, it actually felt really good. Like I'd never really tried J-step gainer semi, but like you can see in these attempts, I didn't take any time to like figure it out. My body just kind of knew what to do. It's very messy and ugly, but that's kind of how my tricking is anyways. Super happy with these and it felt really good. I think it really helped me with the swing chains. So I don't think I'll have that issue as much, or at least I can always just come back to J-step and try it again. And I think that'll help me get back in the headspace. This was a recommendation from Aaron actually, just to do front swing Webster and front swing reverso. This is partially just because it looks cool and it's stylish, but also because it does help you fix the issue that I have in my front swings where I like turn early in the raise. And I think it did actually overall help. Like I think my awareness and my commitment to swinging forwards instead of just swinging around did get better. Here I'm just trying to dub lotus from master scoot because I feel like the TDR it's good power, but it's not good control. And I have tried master scoot in the past for this trick, like in the past couple sessions, but here you can see coming from the TDR bits, my understanding for the trick is a lot better, so I'm actually able to pull around a bit more. And some of these you could even count as a dub lotus, in my opinion. It's just I don't think the quality or like the inversion is really there to fully coin it yet. I'm just not really happy with it yet, but I think it's definitely coming along. And we're back in the gym. Again, I've been trying to up my volume and intensity. Well, no, you can't do both at the same time, but I've been trying to up my volume for the gym because I feel like a lot of my weak points are recovering really well. Like I'm barely ever sore like muscularly, if that makes sense. So I decided to up my volume in the gym and really push myself. But I think the thing that I forget about is joint pain is also a thing. So even though my muscles feel like they're recovering great, my body itself is not doing so well. Fast forward to the Halloween session here, and we were hitting tricks in the Teletubby costume. I was actually feeling so good this session. I think I came in feeling pretty trash, but once I started tricking, my body was just like, yep, it's on here. Like I was feeling super light, super powerful. Standing cart trip, that's my second time ever doing that. And then I freaking one-shot triple cork, like that never happens. So definitely a good session. Wanted to work on some cheat 12s, and this definitely went better than Monday night. Like I'm completely axing myself. I mean, I do eventually axe myself, but just trying to get on my feet and not fall over was the biggest problem. I'm still having the same issue where I'm leaning too far. There we are. Too far to like the left of the frame where I should really be pushing more towards the right. And then that happens. So sometimes when I try to fix my technique too much, I end up like just completely losing everything. And that's when I know it's unsafe to keep going. I got to move on. And then, yeah, Eurostep 03 was looking really good, just inconsistent on the setup. What tends to happen for me with big tricks like this is I'll do a prep that's really good, and then I'll realize that it's possible, and that'll get in my own head, and I'll start like either trying too hard or like putting in too much power in the step. Hey, Harley. And then it throws me off. Like I was almost forgetting how to do a Euro step in some of these attempts just because I was overthinking so hard. But plenty of these attempts were doable, and I was just not in a I was in the commitment headspace. Forgive the cropping. These were filmed vertically because I knew I was going to land it and I wanted to get it for Instagram. So I just thought I'd crop it in for the YouTube video. But we're getting closer. Just got to commit and not fall over like that. That was such a perfect attempt, and I should have just clutched aerialed, but we actually did get it in the end. As messy as it was, I'm glad I got it, and just a quick standing dub. Wanted to work on rocks. These have been a problem trick as well, just because my front swing, especially like my that spin step front swing is really hard, but I just decided to pivot and just go from aerial semi. I know it's less cool to me, but it definitely helps me learn the trick, and I do really want to get better at front swings and just like diversify my combos in general. So this is a really good place to be for me. And I pulled a little bit of a combo out here, but I really wanted to get it to dub, so had to throw it again. Quickly got it around, and I just ripped it as hard as I could. So we got it around, built the momentum back up. Not optimal, but not terrible. I think that's a super important part of tricking, is just being able to muscle your way through things and build momentum back up even when the technique is suboptimal. But that's something that I rely on a little too heavily. I think a lot of the times I have to just muscle my way through things, and I really want my technique to be more consistent and reliable. So that's something I've been working on a lot. New location here, just found a way to train a bit more during the week at a gym. This was a recommendation from Exilia to do a cart twist pop full or pop dub, and I talked a big game about how one-handed cart twist pop full is super easy and I'd easily dub it, but I was not feeling it this day, so that's going to be next week. The floor here is also good, but it's pretty firm, so I wasn't ready to slam on this floor straight away. I wanted to work some aerial semi front swing TDRs because as far as front swing raise goes, it's fine for me, but front swing TDR is just not good, and I did not make any progress. I actually, pretty much every attempt was so high that I would like lightly hyperextend my elbow, which just made my arm hurt a lot. So after just trying for a while and like trying to willpower my way through it, I really told myself like I'm going to get the technique right, and just every attempt was exactly the same. So maybe something to work on a different session. But yeah, just trying to get something done in this session. I woke up the morning of this session just feeling absolutely obliterated. Every joint in my body was aching. My body didn't want to get up. My body didn't want to trick, but I'd committed to it, and I'm trying to put in the work. So I showed up just like I would for a gym session, and we actually got. This is probably the only good thing to come out of this session. I worked on cart full shuriken hyperhook, and some of these attempts weren't too bad. I'm notoriously bad at shurikens and shuriken cutters. So as you'll see here, my shuriken cutters aren't great. I tried some from Cork, but the full shuriken hyperhooks were some pretty good XP for me. So I'll definitely take that, even if the Cork was crazy. Even if the arm was hurting a little bit. And yeah, my body just gave up really early in this session. I think all the training has really caught up to me this week. So this session was pretty shambles just the whole time, kind of my brain and my body telling me to relax a little bit. I wanted to do a few swings and just had to muscle my way through them. I did end up taking it kind of easy, but I still tried to get done some productive work. I'm going to keep pushing though. Like I said, I still want to increase. I want to keep the increase consistent. I want the frequency of training to be there and just keep resting and recovering as hard as I can. And it looks like I'm trying to be bad on purpose here, but I'm actually I promise I'm trying. I'm just really bad at 540 kick, and that's the prerequisite for Cheat 9 dub, so that's why I'm pretty bad at Cheat 9 dub. Pivoted to working on my cheat step. This is one of the only things I could do that didn't hurt my body, and I really want to fix it for Cheat 12, so I'm not even thinking about doing a Cheat 9 here. I'm literally just focusing on the wind up. That's what I want to not happen. I don't want to pivot and then end up going backwards. I want to travel the way that I'm supposed to. Some of these attempts felt a little bit better and a bit more controlled, but again, I think it's just putting the reps in, practicing, doing more backside 12s, because I think I just pretend like they're easy, and I can do them, but I'm not consistent, so more of those will help as well. Onto the trampoline. Probably should have spent more of this session here, but honestly, I was a bit scared. I haven't been on trampoline in a really long time, or not seriously. So I also necked really bad on a trampoline right at RPG, and had to go to hospital, so that's been a bit of a mental struggle for me for a while. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm just, again, trying to find something that won't hurt my body too bad. But yeah, that was the end of that session. And then just a few clips at the gym. Like I said, I am still pushing myself there. It's a big part of my week. It's a big part of my life just in general. I do, like I said, I lift 5 days a week. I am very much a bodybuilder as much as I am a tricker. So I want to put those clips in here, show that I definitely still do train outside of tricking. This was a bit of like an everything day. I don't do like a push-pull leg split or anything. I just have all my movements spread out across the week, across my 5 workouts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Remember to drop any suggestions in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.